Hey, just waiting to see if anybody pops on. Ah, well, let's see. My glasses. Ooh, I have a thumbs up. Well, gosh, I guess I shouldn't be waiting for chatters. I'm sorry. Hey, unindicted conspirator, co-conspirator, conspirator. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Nicole. I'm sorry. Guys, I'm so new at this. I was thinking I shouldn't talk till people chat. um, Gosh, well, I was going to go live tonight, but there's a lot going on in the Delphi community right now. And so other people are going on, and I thought I would just go on now and just share my feelings about, well, first of all, yeah, thank you, co-conspirator. Conspirator, sorry about that. You are not a co-conspirator. um, So Richard Allen, we were waiting. March 30th was the deadline for Richard Allen's appeal to be filed, response to be filed by the state. And they did file it yesterday. Oh, how disappointing. I'm sleepy too, Nicole. I wear a Fitbit and I had 3.7 hours of sleep. So it's actually a good idea. I don't know why I woke up and I washed my hair and it's like, well, I feel really wide awake. You know why? Probably it's a beautiful day. The sun is out. Oh my gosh, it's been such a dark winter. But so I may try to get to sleep early. I'm really trying to switch my days around. Um, yes, the state filed its response and it was very disappointing. Basically, they said, we didn't do anything wrong. They only responded to 4 of the issues. There were 13 constitutional violations. Now, I don't know anything about the appeal process. I don't know why they only responded to 4 items. Basically, they responded and said, nope, we didn't do anything wrong. We trust the court. Oh, I know, Nicole, you are in such a busy phase. Just remember, it won't last forever, okay? My kids are all grown now, and one of my son that has I have a son that has 3 little girls, and I was the mom of boys, and then I finally had my little girl, but for 14, how many years? Yeah, 14, no, not that long. 13 years I was a mom, a boy mom. I had 3 boys, and then my daughter came along. So, yeah, I know. And make sure they get jobs. I think it's really important um, that they have a job in high school. That'll keep them busy and make some money. Um, but my son with the 3 girls moved away. They aren't that far away, but they are a ways away. Um, Luckily, I see photos of them every day. Free range. What is free range sleeping, Nicole? I think, is your husband a trucker? Oh, okay. What's free range? Did you say free range sleeping or free range driving? Oh, caregiving. That's now unindicted conspirator. Are you a caregiver? Or are you just saying Nicole's caregiving? Boy, you guys. I'm kind of at this point in my life where I will say very proudly to anyone that I have paid my dues. Excuse me, I'm sweating. Um, I paid my dues, 4 children, toting them all around, all their sports, all their stuff, all their. Ah, Oh, so Nicole, you don't get to work. You're not working. Are you on permanent disability? I am actually on disability myself. I went on disability at about 58. I mean, no, maybe it was 55. I don't know. And I know that sounds old to be going on disability. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, but you do what you can, right, Nicole? I mean, it's not easy. It was a really hard decision for me to decide to do disability, but I was in a car accident, and I dealt with it for 15 years, and I'd always worked in offices, and I couldn't sit in a chair for very long without my legs and feet going numb and my neck starting to hurt. And I did do a part-time job like that for a while, and it was really nice. And but I was in pain a lot. I Yeah, it is hard. It's a hard decision when you decide you're going to go on disability. It's very difficult, um, because you're saying to yourself, okay, my life, my work life is over, and is that what I really want? Um, oh, oh boy. Well, you know what? He's going home. My mom passed away in her home. She didn't pass away in her bed because she had to be three. My mom had cancer, and she knew that she had, like 6 months, and it basically was 6 months. Um, that was very difficult. But she did not go on hospice. She treated herself with uh, THC tinctures, I think. And she really felt that she was healing herself. So that really helped her. I mean, she really wasn't in any pain or discomfort that she talked about, and she was not a complainer. Um, but 3 days before she passed, she fell in her bedroom, and her partner and my sister could not get her up. So they did call her doctor, and they really should have called sooner. They really should have called sooner. I learned a lot about this. Because if they had called her sooner and gotten her on pain medication, I think she would have lived longer. Um, there's probably, you know, Nicole's a nurse and unindicted is a caregiver. So you guys may have different feelings on that. But um, what happened was she had to be uh, bedridden. They wouldn't allow her to get up. And so she was in her bed, and I was called 3 days before she passed. And I went straight to her house, and she's just a half an hour away. And she was in her bed, and they had given her a bath of some kind, but her hair was just beautiful. It was long and silver and curly, and she was smiling. And this is 3 days before she passes away. Fully alert. Um, my sister and I climbed, I'll tell this story. My sister and I climbed onto the bed with her and laid next to her, and my mom called my brother. So there's my brother and my sister and I. So we were all three with her. Oh, it makes me want to cry. This is such a sweet story. Um, and my when my parents got divorced when we were young, I was 10, my brother was 12, and my sister was 18. So they were married for like 15 years. And my sister was from another marriage. But when they got divorced, my brother cried so hard, and my mom told him that she would buy him a new bike, and he stopped crying. This is when he's little. So we're on the bed with her, laying there, my sister and I next to her, and my brother on the phone, and we're talking about that story and laughing. And I actually went home that day. I didn't know anything about hospice. I got to her room, and I saw her pill container, and it was empty. I know now that hospice empties all their pills, takes them off all their medication. She didn't have a lot. She just had like Coumadin, or no, she didn't have that. She had um, something for a thyroid. I mean, she was extremely healthy her whole life, so healthy, um, and she was 89. But that was just a really precious moment. And yeah, so I get this pill box and I'm like, why are mom's pills empty? And she's like, I don't know, she didn't know. So I'm filling them up. And hospice comes in and takes it away from me. No, we can't have her. She not can't have any more of her medication now. So anyway, I went home that night, and I actually the next day, yeah, it's really precious. The next day, I had a date to go with my son and his wife and her family, and my husband and our family, our family, my son's family, and my daughter-in-law's family, all to go to the zoo. And this was all pre-planned. And I said to mom's partner, I said, should I not go tomorrow? And because it was a Friday, and this was a Saturday now, that the on a Friday when they called me, and on a Saturday the zoo. And he said, no, you should go, you know, I think it'll be fine. So we went, and the next morning, on Sunday morning, this is just amazing, you guys. You're the perfect people to tell this story to. My mom was really close to her siblings. She was the oldest. She had two sisters and a brother. And I'm not going to look at comments right now because it's distracting me. So you guys chat and I will look later. But we had this arranged, I guess, maybe on Friday. I think mom's partner must have called her brother. So they were planning to come that Sunday, but I feel like it was planned ahead of time. But anyhow, I go to her house. I brought donuts, and it was my uncle, my aunt, and my cousin, and my sister, and mom's partner. And we called mom's other sister on the phone. And we all sat and visited, just like we always do. And because we were just the kind of family that we would go away together, and we have a condominium at the ocean, and it's right near where my mom was born. My uncle still lives there, so it was really the place where we would go and see family. And we would always visit and talk about old stories I know so much about. And that's something I have to do. I mean, I've done my ancestry, but I need to write all these stories down. But anyhow, so it's Sunday morning. Mom's in this hospital bed in the living room because they had to move her because they couldn't get a guardrail on her bed. And it was either that or go to a home, and she was adamant about that. My great-grandmother was in a nursing home, so was my grandmother. Mom was totally dead set against that, so she got what she wanted. But we're visiting, and mom's out of it. You know, they're giving her pain medication, right, you guys? That's what they do. Keeping her comfortable. And we're just visiting like we're all together, like it was any other day. And then it was time we all decided to go home. I got home and I took a bath and I washed my hair. Had my hair all up in these little, like rags. And I get the call. Mom's gone. Oh my God. Can you imagine all those precious moments we had at the end like that? Sorry. But you guys know, and I'll tell you, my son has been working in hospice for the last, he's in nursing school, and he was doing HVAC, and he's done security, and he ends up at this, wants to be a nurse. So he's 35, no, he's 37. This has to be his last career change. So anyway, yes, he's in school. He's doing very well, and he's been working for the last year at a nursing home. I said to him, how do you do it? He said, um, a lot of these people don't have anybody visiting them, and they're not there for very long, some of them. Yeah. So, yeah, wow. Oh my gosh. Well, I used to do them when I was a kid. My mom would get up in the morning and do pin curls. So she would wind, or she would do it at night. She'd pin curl her hair and put bobby pins in them and sleep on that. And then in the morning, pull it out, and she had this cute blonde hairdo. She was naturally black hair. She turned blonde before I was born and was always blonde. But her hair, she stopped dyeing her hair. It turned white. It was beautiful. I mean, silver was silver. But yeah, I've seen some people, they have those tubes and you wind your hair around it somehow and you're kind of sleeping on it. God, it looks like you're sleeping on, those pool things that you take in the pool, the noodles. They have those. But yeah, the rag curls. And now I'm growing my hair out long because I wore it in a bob for a really long time. And I started growing it out, and I went like a whole year without cutting my hair or coloring my hair. And I decided I liked the length long. So, and I did just get it done like 2 months ago, and already it's got grow out normally. But I pull it up like this, and I can even sleep on this, and then the next day I can pull it all out, and it's all curly too. And then a lot of times I'll pull it up and just do a bun here and then leave the back long. But I just washed it, so I'm gonna leave it like this for a while. But well, this is a good experiment, people, because I'm seeing how many people are on during the day. And oh, how nice. Are you getting it colored? Your photo is short hair, but when I saw you on camera, Nicole, you had long hair. Is it long now? Did I see you the other day? Did you go on a live again? Or did I see a photo of you? Bleach, just straight bleach? Well, I guess that's what I do. It's a foil. So does mine. So does mine. Really fast. Look at the grow out. It's not even been 2 months. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I do too. And I tell her I want it white. So it's a little patch of silver right in here. So when it's, yeah. So Nicole, did either one of you, I don't know if Unindicted's still here, but how do you guys feel about this appeal? It's pretty disappointing. Very disappointing. I've been waiting. Ooh, that'd be gorgeous. So platinum has a little silver in it, probably. Is it? Or just all white? That would be fun. I did go pink during COVID. My daughter did a at-home washout, but it was like 6 weeks. That was nice. Yeah. It's pathetic. At the very end, I was just, yeah, that'd be gorgeous. I was listening to Prof last night, and my mind was just, there were so many words. My friend's son when he was little, he'd say too many words. And sometimes I feel that way, But I thought, I'm not going to go all the way through this whole thing. Basically, what they did in the very beginning is they just say 4 issues, and we didn't do it, and we agree with the trial court. And then they go on for another 90 pages of repeating the information in the transcript. I don't think they did anything wrong with the search warrant. I don't know. I didn't bother to even look at the 4 issues. I don't really understand the process. I mean, you have appellate lawyers who are supposed to look at a trial and find the errors. They found the errors. The people for the state that is responding, they're not appellate attorneys. They're lawyers and politicians. Two of them are politicians. So, and I don't put a lot of faith in Indiana politicians. I, I don't put a lot of faith in the state of Indiana. I don't think there's any helping any of them. I mean, this state is 226 years old. That courthouse that just burned up in, where it was, Michigan City, where Erica Morse is from Michigan City. 165-year-old prison with inmates in it. And they have had death by fire inside the prison. And the governor gets on and he's just mealy mouthed. I was happy to see a change because I thought maybe Holcomb was the problem, but Holcomb wasn't the problem. He wasn't the main problem anyway. I mean, the whole problem with the state of Indiana. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I think they said it was in Okay. Maybe it was another one. Because I think there were two. There was one a while back. I posted something. Let me see if I'm a little crooked. I'm sorry. Yeah, the state of Indiana is, they have. I found a news clip of a news clip from 12 years ago, and it was Indiana's. It wasn't Doug Carter. It was someone else. But he was basically saying that we have a culture of don't talk to the cops in this state. Don't ever talk to the cops. Well, how can you ever solve a crime if nobody will talk to the cops? Maybe that's why so much goes unsolved. It's the people. And he said, we need to change that. Well, they haven't changed that. In fact, I don't know if you guys remember one of the crime cons that Tara German was on. And they asked her something, and she says, I don't talk to cops. Real snarky. I don't talk to cops. They're proud of that. They're proud of that in that state. Yeah. So, I don't know what, I'm assuming that there's going to be some kind of a filing in Richard's appeal, like an order from the judge. I don't even know who the judge is. That they've changed judges. When he filed, there was, I believe his name was Judge Altus. And then they moved him. And he was very strict. They moved him and he went somewhere else. I don't know where he went. Maybe to the board that makes the decisions. I'm not sure. So there's a new judge. And what I thought really weird about this filing, it said Richard Allen versus State of Indiana. And then on the right it said the Honorable Judge Gull. And in previous filings, I mean to look this up. I'm really sleepy, you guys, so my brain is slow. And I wish I could read your comments, but I can't talk and read comments at the same time, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so there's a different judge, but I feel like all the other documents have had the appellate judge's name in the document, and this one doesn't. So it's weird. But it's definitely filed. I go to my case, I look at Rick's appeal, it's definitely filed. It was filed on the 25th. I have the copy that says filed. I know Prof had a copy from All Eyes. Yeah, I don't know who, but I have been aware for a while that somebody had early access to court records. And I remember thinking to myself, how do they do that? You know, so I have seen it myself. Well, guys, I think I'm going to scoot. I just didn't want to bail on coming on at all. Sorry, it's kind of a low energy, weird live, but it was so nice to see both of you. Thank for coming. And anybody else who's here. Says there's 5 people. We had a really chatty group last time. I will go back to doing evenings. Yeah. I don't know, you guys. It's hard to believe that. I don't know. I think, like Prof said, it was so flimsy. The response was so flimsy. The very last thing, you know, where they have a chance in conclusion, they have one line. We trust that the court will uphold the trial court. One line. I mean, it's so lame. But, you know, think about it. Nick McClellan he was a defense lawyer. He never took anybody. He made plea deals and bargains and created CIs, I'm sure. Never took anybody to trial. He doesn't know how to. This is his very first trial, I think. I know it was his first murder trial. Nick is lame. You know what? It's interesting. Nick and Judge Gold didn't get any awards. No awards for those two. Oh, there is an article. I think Prof posted it today. You guys should go look at it. It's from the Comet. It's interesting. It's from, I wonder if it was from Rokita's office, something like that. We stand by the families, and we trust that, you know, what we did was right. Biggest Idiot Awards. Those awards. I mean, the state is weird. It's just darn weird. I don't live in an old state. I live in a new state. Like, we never had slavery. You know, the West. We didn't have a lot of the same issues. Always the family gets looked at first. Yes. Huh. How do you solve a crime when the family isn't looked at? I mean, I don't even think that was something they could bring up. But we can all talk about it. I'm a little frustrated. I'm a little disheartened. You know, I came into this and I've worked hard like all of you. All for the fun of it. I want to help someone get justice. The girls to get justice. You know, when I first started on this, I have some spiritual gifts, and I felt very deeply that the girls were communicating with me very early on, and their message was that they wanted me to know what happened. Very clear, very plain. And I tried it. I followed every little road there was to follow. And I feel like I know what happened. I can't say for sure who did it. I can give you a group of about 50 people who could be involved. But, you know, in my opinion, too, when a case goes unsolved, it's because someone doesn't want to solve it. And Tobe Lesenby, Mr. Lesenby, you ran this unified command. You were the one that told Murphy to stand down. Yep, Detective Murphy. Do what's best. Do what's best, he was told. He said, okay. I mean, they're trained. They know this. They're all trained from an early age. So, all right, you guys. It was not as jolly as last time. But thank you for joining me. I'm going to go. Nicole, get some sleep. I'm with you, sister. I'm on disability too. But you can, I'm at the point in my life where I could just switch my disability to Medicare or Social Security. So I hope that I can. Glad to see you, unindicted. Thanks for coming. Always come back. I'll be back. Right now it's a little crazy. Ted's going live. Okay, Ted's going live at 6 p.m. That's with Shibby. So that's why I'm not going to go tonight. I'm not sure, I'll probably be lurking. I'm so tired. And I think I'm a little I am disappointed, like you guys said. I'm disappointed. Maybe we don't have anything to be disappointed about. Maybe this is a good sign that they've given up. They certainly didn't fight. I love all of you, and it's been so fun to meet all of you and hang out with you. And we all are trying so hard, and we're all a bunch of justice warriors, and that's super cool. And we'll continue fighting. There are other people to fight for. I have looked at, again, I watched the Dale Warner trial. They had no evidence against that man. It was the exact same thing as Richard Allen. They found him guilty. He plans to appeal. And then Summer Wells I've looked into, and I hope and pray that they solve that. That's not a simple thing. When people go missing, and I'm looking at Nancy Guthrie too, not heavily, but when people go missing, it's because somebody has kidnapped them. That's right. Fighting for right and no burnt toast. I love it. Yeah, so Nancy Guthrie's another one, and they're starting on the media tour, you guys, just like Delphi. 60 days after her kidnapping, they're done looking, and now Savannah Guthrie's out giving long interviews on Good Morning America, whatever show she's on, the Today Show, I think. I don't know. I don't watch them, but she's got an interview out today. And they're begging people to continue to help. What the hell can we do? We don't know who kidnapped her. We don't even know why. What can we do? We can't do a damn thing. Nobody's going to find her. She was kidnapped. And when somebody kidnaps somebody, they have a reason for doing it. People just vanish. Like General McCaslin just vanished the other, left without his shoes. I'll tell you what, in the future, because I do love true crime, first of all, children's cases are really not something I want to do. I really love trials, so I'm going to be covering, I'll be going on and giving my views of a trial that I'm watching. And I love trials because the trial tells us a story, We learn something from watching it. We get a little peek into somebody else's world. But when it involves children, it's a little too close for me. It's a little too traumatic. They are hard. And again, when a child goes missing, and you know what? I can go into that because another time, but a lot of these missing children cases come from families that are involved or have been involved in drug dealing. And there are certain organizations in this world who will hold a grudge forever. And if you have gone against certain organizations, they will kidnap your children, they will kidnap you, they will kill you, they will hurt you. And that's what these children, missing children cases are. Lily and Jack, the parents, there's drugs surrounding. Um, Summer Wells. Unfortunately, Summer Wells' father used to be a drug dealer in the 90s, kind of the cocaine cowboy days. But he's reformed and born again and works hard in drywall, has his own business. Boom, Summer's gone. And I think the answers for Summer are going to be somewhere in that world. You know, whether she's alive in a ring or whether she's not alive anymore. And I've learned a lot about what's valuable to people who run those types of rings. And Summer actually would be a very valuable child, blonde haired, blue eyed. So, and 5, and now she's 9. So, really, I'm praying that she's alive in a ring, sadly. I mean, I just saw a story the other day. Somebody's, now it might have been an old story. Somebody was rescued after being held kidnapped and missing for 6 years. Mm-hmm. So it does happen. Remember Elizabeth Smart? If you don't know about her, she's been popping up in my feed a lot lately. So she was kidnapped in I can't remember how many years, held in the mountains of Utah, and they found her. Well, they found out who was potentially the person who did it, and some homeless religious fanatic keeping her in a tent out in the desert of Utah. Yeah, and she's a very strong woman. She has a channel, and she talks, and she's very strong, very brave. Very proud of her. All right, you guys, I love y'all. I'm gonna get a little rest and have something to eat. Oh, they may have. That's a good channel. Do you watch that one, Nicole? Coast to Consciousness. I'll look that up. I'm kind of, I don't have anybody good. I do have, there's a girl over in Summer Wells I like. Um, Crystal's, is Mimi in here? Did I miss her? All this crazy people who are awake during the day. I refuse to become a vampire, you guys. There she is. Hi, Quad. Nice to see you. Just decided to come on early because Ted and Shibby will be on tonight at 6. So everybody go over there. They are going to talk. Oh, they're going to talk the appeal, the response, the state's response to the appeal. We're all disappointed, Quad, in how the appeal came out. I know. You guys, I went on and I've been trying to fix my handle to be going by my trial or my channel name instead of my handle, and I may have fixed it today. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know. But Quad, I've had 3.7 hours of sleep according to my Fitbit. And Nicole's tired. I'm going to take a little rest. And I'm sorry you missed out. I didn't schedule this. I was going to, I plan to do that in the future. Yeah. Terrible. Now that could either work to our benefit. I don't know. I mean, it's like they've just given up. But if you ever read any of Nick's responses, his court filings, like pre-trial, they were lame. He didn't know how to write. He didn't do that. He didn't write any of that stuff. That's why Stacey Diener had to come in. And why would they let him be the prosecutor instead of her when she actually has experience? Oh, I know why. Well, I think because of her husband. But I don't know. They're all so entangled with each other. They're all related. Yeah. I mean, and of course, Nick used to be Derek's defense lawyer. He got him out of his drug stuff all the time. and Fouts was the judge. So, everything's right there in plain sight. It really is. Maybe that's what, yeah, they are. God. You know, who was it? Eve. Have you guys seen Eve? I can't think of her channel name, but she goes by Eve. She um, she brought up the theory that because Elvis Fields is special needs, and she found out that he actually had participated in the Special Olympics, and I believe the Special Olympics are based out of Indiana. And she believed that I wouldn't put it past him to abuse special needs children, making CSAM. And Elvis, we all know about his mother. She was an evil woman. Evil woman. So, the whole place, you guys, I don't know. Four Pit said something really important. I caught on to something he said the other night. He said, above all else, protect the patties. Makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that Mike Patty is somebody other than a man that works for Caterpillar. You know? Mm-hmm. All right, you guys. I love you. I might see you tonight, but I will see you around in chat. Okay? And I'll be live again sometime. Maybe next week. I got to figure out the timing. I mean, I was going at 7, so, because Shibby goes at 8, but then now we got Ted in the mix. And then we got Prof. I know what days Prof usually goes, Fridays, and sometimes Mondays. So, maybe a Saturday. I don't know. All right. All right, guys. Have a great and beautiful rest of your day, and I will talk to you later.